Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Obscure Toy Files. I'm your host, Boggs. This is Boggs' Hand, and today we're looking at Kenner's 1992's Batman Returns Laser Batman and the Sky Drop Airship. I'm doing reviews on these. I was going to do the Penguin next, but I gotta save them for the end because there's a lot to do. Because it's the Penguin Commandos, and the Umbrella Jet. So I said, you know what? I'm going to jump to Batman because I really want to look at the Sky Drop Airship. I really want to look at Laser Batman because he's been one of those. I've had conversations about this Batman with lots of other people. This Laser Batman was purchased at Lost Toys in Miller Place. Go see Rob and get some cool stuff. He's got a lot of awesome carded figures. I just sold him some other things, and he also has a lot of, carded Batman Dark Knight collection. He's got Batman Returns stuff, and I just had to grab this guy because this is the one I always like the most. I kept going back and forth as to which one I was really going to get, and at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I keep. Like when I was talking to my friend Andrew, and he's like, well, which one? He said, get Laser Batman. I said, yeah. He goes, he's like, Chris, you keep talking about it. It's like, you literally say you mention him more than any other Batmans. So, sorry, you know what, you're fine. That's a good idea. Now, he's a weird Batman because I don't know what about him is really a laser. I mean, this is, the end of that looks like it might be like a laser cannon, but then he's also shooting it off of his disc. So, excuse me. So looking at it, it could be maybe his suit's laser proof because he has a brand new sculpt. So what makes him extra different is that his sculpt is completely unique. None of the other Batmans have like this padded suit look. I mean, they're all just, look at the back of the packaging. Except for it's 15-inch Batman. I mean, the electronic figures might have different sculpts, but Arctic Batman, Air Attack Batman, Deep Dive Batman, Thunderwhip Batman, and Powering Batman are all the same sculpt. And Powering Batman and Thunderwhip Batman are recolors from the Dark Knight collection, so they're not even new to this line. This card back for Laser Batman is also, I think, the second release, because you see the 15-inch Batman figure, the electronic figures are on there, Catwoman's on the package now. The Batmobile with the Bat Missile, that's on there. The Bat Ski Boat. I don't even remember seeing the Bat Ski Boat shown in any of the Kenner Action toy guides. So I took him, like when I saw pictures of it like years later, I was like, oh, they made the boat? That's kind of cool. I'm not going to get it. I don't need it. But even in the Batman Command Center, apparently that was supposed to come out in the original Batman Dark Knight collection, but got left back. And this also, the Skyblade vehicle, was also supposed to come out in the Batman Dark Knight collection. It did not come out either. So, yeah. So we're going to take a look at Laser Batman. We're just going to cut to the chase. So this video isn't 1,000 hours long. But even this, wow, you can see, as nice as it was, sealed on the bubble 5 seconds ago, a little pressure and that glue just went kapoof. Like, look at that. You can watch it right now. You see the glue just deteriorate away. Because this is one of those things. It's like, this is like 30 years old or so. I don't know if it'll do this. Sometimes it holds still the glue, but other times it kind of just... You see, that one held a little tight, but here, that glue just went... Poosh. So now I use my trick. I just open the back, and we're good to go. So we'll put this back here so you can see the instructions on how we're supposed to do anything, which we'll look at in a second. So I'm going to take Batman out. And this is my first Michael Keaton Batman since Crime Attack Batman. That was my first Michael Keaton Batman. So this is this is my second one. I've only ever had two. Well, no, I stand corrected. I did have Claw Climber Batman for a brief time. I might end up buying him again. I don't know. But I did get him on eBay years ago when I was just starting to dabble in getting some of the stuff I never got as a kid. Because again, those counter-action toy guides provided so much nostalgia. Because just flipping through them on bus rides to and from school, or going to on a field trip, or doing something, all those Batman toys in those counter-action toy guides just permeated my nostalgia, despite never actually owning them. Like you have no idea how much I wanted to see what the heck the Sky Drop Airship's about. Will my hopes be dashed? Or will it actually be good? We'll find out. Now, as usual, the Batmans from this line, they have the 5 POA. Arms go up and down, head turns. Head should turn anyway. Yeah. Their little joints are still tight because he's brand new. Cape goes over there. I like how the cape isn't just like this. It can actually go over his shoulders. I think that's really cool that they did that. He's got his legs moved so he can sit down. And this is part of the reason why I like... See, I think a lot of the Batman Returns... Batman Forever and Batman and Robin figures are cool. However, these ones from Dark Knight Collection and Returns have that neutral posing to them, where it's just like straight facing ahead, a little bit of action in the arms, so he can be like, pow, do some punching and stuff, and just punch his cape right off. But he also has, he can sit, which is useful when it comes to vehicles and things like that. And that's one of the things I don't really like so much about the Batman Forever stuff, is that I don't feel it really, allows you to play with them in vehicles and things, which was always a part of Batman. I would have rathered for Batman Forever that Kenner continued the same style, but at that point, I think it was a couple of years later, so I must have just decided to abandon it. All right, so we got the laser disc, which has a cool bat emblem on it, which you can kind of see. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And it's on like an arm or something. It's just like a cannon. Lots of sculpted detail. It pivots here. It clips on the waist. It's kind of cool that, they gave him some other accessories. And there's a button right here. We're going to fly over and take a peek at the back. See what the instructions are to do. We already know, but right. All right, so step 1, snap radar dish gear to back of figure, right over the cape. Okay. Dish can be positioned over figure's shoulder. Press down on button to launch missile. Don't ask us how or why a missile is being launched from a radar dish, but we'll go with it. So just keep his cape like that. We'll just pop this right over here. The clip works rather well. Yes, it should. Okay, I know what we're doing wrong. Okay, maybe we should do it this way. I think I had the cape folded over too much. Yeah, it's also crazy, like how. I think that, so that should be, yeah. This way it's a little thinner. I'm going to do it that way. This way there's not as much to go through. It's just going to clip right there, or at least it should. This is the lamest Batman. Why did I buy this Batman? I wasted. What the? You son of a. We're just going to take his cape off, because I just got to see if this is going to work. It doesn't seem like it even fits his waist. I wouldn't even be surprised if this clip is from something else and Kenner just repurposed it, because we all know Kenner's going to Kenner. And they just love to reuse stuff that doesn't make any sense. What the heck? It doesn't even clip on that tight? That's kind of a lame thing. That ruins a lot of the coolness factor of this figure if he doesn't have his crazy backpack. What are you doing to me, Kenner? Years, hopes dashed. To go under the belt, I guess? And show that in the picture. Goes over the belt. I don't believe that. I think that's a little bunk. Because this way... Okay, so that's the problem we had. Okay, so let's see. We can make this work. I've been waiting too many years to not have a working laser Batman. Oh, damn it. Fail me now at the moment of triumph. So we're going to put this clip back on for the 80th time. And we're going to make sure we go When we clip it under the legs, or right under the belt. All right, that seems to be okay. So the problem is that the belt is actually making the clip not go, it won't work, which is that's kind of lame. Not gonna lie. Let's see, can he stand up? These are pretty good. Okay, so not the end of the world. You gotta position it a little bit, figure it out. It almost, looking at it from the way it's angled, it almost looks like there's a missile hitting his radar dish instead of being from the dish. So now we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna set this up. See how this works. Push the button. We're focusing on the thing. There you go, it works pretty good. It does the thing. Now, the funny part is, Batman really won't be running around with this too much because he's going to be in the Sky Drop Airship. So we're going to take the insert, put that back in here. Because you know what it is too? I do like the way they look on the card. So I have no problem putting them back in their card bubbles. So we're going to just remove the crazy armature thing. Yeah, you can turn it around and do different ways. And the thing is, too, I don't even know why they added that feature, unless you want it to, like, store behind them. Maybe like this. Oh, this Batman's cape is loose. Holy crow. Actually, since I have him here, before I delve into Sky Drop Airship, which will be happening momentarily, I assure you, I want to see how McFarlane's superpowered Batman compares to him. I should have brought him over before. See how he measures up. Because a lot of people were telling me, my friend Andrew was telling me that they're the same size. I'm like, no, they're not. And it would appear Andrew is correct. They are the same size. They look like they have the same height and everything, really. Pretty close. So I guess really superpowers was kind of like their measurement point when they made the Dark Knight collection. Which again tracks because the like the Joker body, like I mentioned in the previous video with Robin, the Joker from Dark Knight collection was actually Superpowers Joker, and they just took away the knee joints and I think the action feature, and they made it like a Jack Nicholson Joker head. Okay, so that part now to the meat and potatoes of the review: the Batman Sky Drop Airship, which I think has like either Tech Shield Batman riding this thing, who is not on. Oh, the Tech Shield Batman, he's from the other line. This must be Powering Batman, because he's the only one who's gold. And I think it's also funny, Powering Batman has a flying glider, but he's going to be in a ship. All right, so the Sky Drop Airship with hidden compartments for surprise attacks. Figure sold separately is the front of the box. Top of the box shows the Sky Drop Airship in action with figure sold separately. Side of the box shows the Sky Drop Airship just doing its thing. This is the image I most remember from looking into Kenner Action toy guides. So I don't know. I really want to know: is this the cockpit window? Is it because from what because they don't show you a lot of pictures other than just from the side angle. So what I'm wondering if this is like an insect kind of look, where it's one window on one side and then the same on the other, like a piece of not clear plastic in between, or is it just one big window, or is it not even a window at all? We don't know. We'll find out in a few minutes. Top and bottom of the box are the same, except this one's upside down. Sky Drop Airship. The other side of the box is the same. Back of the box shows us more of our don't miss these other exciting Batman's products. And it shows us the Arctic Batman, which I wish I had the other day because it snowed. Air Attack Batman. Air Attack Batman I'm still debating on, but I think I might go for Claw Climber Batman, because I did like that one. And I could always use his little bat backpack as like a drone or something that helps him attack criminals and stuff. It shows all the other vehicles and things. The Robin jet foil with Robin, which you looked at last time. The instructions. Okay, we have to do this with the Flash bugging out. Batman silently patrols the Gotham City skies in search of danger. Villain alert! Push a button and whoosh! Batman explodes from airship and descends to ensure justice. Wind cord back into airship, and Batman is ready for his next mission. Da-da-da-da. Almost reminds me, it kind of reminds me of like Ted Cord Blue Beetle. That's something you should check out. Go check that out here. Definitely, if you have a chance, get the Superpowers McFarlane Blue Beetle and the Bug. It's really cool. I wanted to get one myself. I haven't gotten it yet, but maybe at some point. But the Sky Drop Airship definitely reminds me of that thingy. Alright, so now, this is the messed up side. The Sky Drop on the corner airship. No, what happened? The value is ruined. Trust me, there's thousands of these in the world. We just don't know about them all because they're probably all sitting in a warehouse somewhere as dead stock. Until one day somebody finds them and decides to unleash them upon the masses and thus devalues the entire vintage collector industry. Now also, let's see, we don't know what. There's a good chance we'll get a Kenner Action toy guide because you always usually get one. And that's one of the cool things about opening up boxed Kenner vehicles. From 1988 until about 1998, if you open a boxed Kenner toy, you're getting a Kenner Action toy guide in there 99% of the time. So it's also cool because back then, we didn't really have internet. Those Kenner Action toy guides that showed us what was coming out, what was out, and that was it. So if you didn't get those little guidebooks, you didn't know when anything was coming out. So the fact that I think it's cool that you can still open up boxed vehicles and get a new Kenner Action toy guide. I think that's just neat because it's still like a little time capsule. But, you know, there's something just nostalgic about opening up a Kenner toy and getting a Kenner Action toy guide on the inside. Which I think we have right here. Here are our instructions. And we got, oh, cool. Okay, this is the same as the other one I had the other day. Except this one got a little squished. But yeah, it's the Batman Dark Knight collection. Shows those unproduced vehicles that got rolled over, which I mentioned last time. Yeah, so the Claw Climber, I think I might get Claw Climber Batman. That one I was going to get Night Glider Batman, but I'm not really sure. Claw Climber Batman I think is different because that could become like I want to use it like as a drone that flies around with him and can attack people, like independently of him. So yeah, so now we got two of these. I can give one to my buddy Rob at Lost Toys. Anything else in there? Nope, the box is empty. Ah, the smell of vintage plastic makes me so happy. Now let's see, check these instructions out. Okay, assembly instructions. Apply labels using this illustration as guide. Snap landing skids into bottom of airship, one end at a time. Arrow tabs fit into back slots. Be sure to place them on the correct sides as shown. Snap top wings into airship, one end at a time as shown. Okay. Snap laser gun into nose of airship. See, it's a laser gun. He's shooting criminals with lasers. Which would make sense if it's laser Batman driving it. See, they're this thing on brand. Operation instructions. Load missiles into bottom of wings. Fire by pressing down with fingers. So it does drop bombs. Okay. Open trap door by pressing button on top. Load Batman figure into cockpit with arms through clips as shown. Close trap door. Hold airship in flying position and press button, drop Batman figure from cockpit. Turn crank to draw Batman figure back into cockpit. Crank can be pulled out to lock cord at desired length. Okay. I think they definitely learned a little bit from Sky Commanders with this. So it definitely gives me a little bit of a Sky Commanders vibe. Alright, let's check this baby out. I can't believe I finally got this thing. This is so cool. Drop the camera down to this level. Oh, look at this. Boom. All the little accessory bits fell out the other side. I didn't even see them. Those are some cool purples. Okay, so we're going to... I think this is going to be one of those vehicles that I'm not going to be able to put back in the box after I open it, which will be a bummer. because I'm gonna have to just like leave it out and then put it back in after. Like it's gonna go in a tote with the rest of the toys, but it's one of those things. Wow, I haven't gotten a Batman vehicle since the Batjet when I was a kid. I mean, I think I had a couple of vehicles from New Adventures, the Batman animated series. I think I had a couple of that. Wow, this is so cool to see in person. Because you know what it is? It's a Sky Drop Airship. It's very yellow tape, which you can probably pick up on camera. So yellow, it's like tape. So old. Ah, okay. So it's oh, it looks like it might be a window. We'll find out when we open it, but it definitely looks pretty cool. Yeah, this was a cool looking vehicle. And I wanted something for Batman that he could fly around in. And I didn't have to worry about. I didn't want to get the Batmobile because it's prohibitively expensive at this point, and I like to get my stuff new and unbox it. So I was just like, I'm not gonna be able to get this. This is gonna be a problem. All right, so these actually might go back in. Okay, because they just have this tab. Now, Kenner does something a lot of times, which you might have seen on other Kenner toys. They have something called one-time assembly, which means once it's assembled, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once it's assembled, it won't come unassembled. It clicks in and it's there forever. But these little tabs, they look like they might pop out. So if they do pop out, we're in luck. We can put the Sky Drop Airship back in the box after we're done playing with it. So let's apply the labels, of which there are not many. It looks like there's just the bat symbol, which goes here, which you can't see because my hand's in the way, and then those things. So there's only three stickers. Okay. So we got the Batman symbol. We're gonna pull that out. Hopefully this will work pretty good. Wipe the area, make sure it's clean. And this reminds me a lot of when I got the Batjet from Dark Knight Collection. 2 goes on this side. Yeah, the Batjet. Now here's the thing. I was a kid who was looking at the Kenner Action toy guides a lot, and I had it for 1988. The 1988 Kenner Action toy guide shows you like Series 2 Silverhawks toys, which was like a Sky Runner, the squid that Monstar drove around. It showed the Sprint Hawk. So I knew it was a Silverhawk vehicle. It was so funny because when I got it for Batman, I used to take my Quicksilver Silverhawks figure and put him in there, and it makes so much more sense because the cockpit is so big. Because if he's here, a Silverhawks figure is probably like here. It's a little taller than them, and the Batjet doesn't really fit him very well. Okay, so now we got to put the landing skids on the bottom, which Kenner has thoughtfully labeled left and right. So we put them in, I guess, put the tab in first here and slot it in. We take those back out. No, I wouldn't chance it. Okay, we're going to leave them in. So he's not going to go back in the box, which is fine. He doesn't have to stay in the box. I'll put him in the view. Like when I made the Robo Command for RoboCop, it's the same thing. The Robo Command cannot go back in the box. Once you put that thing together, it's kind of on its own after that. Because you know what it is too. This is also that nylon plastic. It's not as bad as the 80s nylon plastic from like. What do you call it? Like G.I. Joe and stuff. This should not be that hard to push in. I do not want to break it. It's a PVC nylon plastic maybe, so it's designed to be pliable, but you don't want to really pull it out too many times. So if you can't get it in, like don't. There we go. Okay. Phew. That got scary for a minute there. That's a cool looking vehicle. And we got our missiles. So they're nice missiles. Batman's just going to blow them up with missiles. And these fins appear to be identical. It doesn't appear to be a left and right. They put left and rights on these because they have to, go to the side. So these are a little different, but kind of the same. So we just take the slot, put the tab in, knock it down, locked it in. Go to the other side, put the tab in, locked it down, boom. Whew, that looks pretty good so far, I'd say. The stickers aren't too bad. We got the gun, put the laser gun right on the top. It was right in front, like this. Now, I thought maybe because it could turn. Not really. It's just supposed to sit there. And Batman's flying in front of this thing. I just think it's funny how he's got bombs and missiles and stuff. The laser blade cycle is very funny because it's like, oh, he drops a disruptor bomb. Yeah, it says right there. He drops this disruptor device, air quotes. To criminals below. Yes, a bomb could be considered a disruptor device. No, they'll be disrupted, all right, once the bomb hits them and they explode into dozens of little bits. All right, so then to activate the bomb dropping feature, you just push this here and then just push this here and then, or it can make them be like their missiles and stuff. You can do missiles. You don't have to be bombs. Now, see, this works out fine for me because he's going to be fighting the Vandals and Metallo. So Batman's going to need some laser guns and missiles. Now, let's see how this opens up. On the back of this sheet, see that very animated Batman's like, oh my god, help me. I got to jump out and attack criminals. Load missiles in. Open trap door by pressing button on top. Load Batman figure into cockpit with arms shown. Alright, so we'll put Batman over here for a second. Let's chill out, Mr. Batman. Hit the silver button. We're going to hold it up. Boom. Pulls right out. Oh, whoa. That's even crazier. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. So years has seen it like this. This cockpit is clear because you can see the other stuff underneath it. Right? It's clear, but it goes nowhere. There's nothing. He doesn't actually look out the window. There's no sticker showing like there's no cockpit sticker that he's looking out of. It's just presumed that Batman is sticking his head out there. And that's why I was like, I thought I was going to see his head, sitting over there. Yeah, because that definitely looks like it's plastic, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it definitely looks like, because you can see like the lines on the inside. That's not on this. It's in there. So this might just be a piece of clear plastic they put on, which is kind of, it gives it a really cool look. I'm not going to deny that. Oh, this goes really good. Oh my god. Look how far down this goes. Jesus. Sky Drop is right. This is, okay. If you're a fan of Kenner's Sky Commanders, then the Sky Drop Airship is like a Sky Commanders thing for your Batman figure. It really is just like that. Alright, so we're going to take Batman's arms, put them up. I'm ready to go. You are ready to go. And we're going to take thing here. We're going to put his little hands in there. I don't know. It's always funny how Batman doesn't really have a gripping hand. Alright, and according to the picture, it has him in here like this. So we're going to turn the crank. Make sure we're all tied up. Okay, we're good. We're going to try closing it. And today our part of a bad guy will be played by other Batman. Can't Chris do this with one hand? I should be able to. Let's see. Ah! Oh! You misjudged the distance, didn't you, Bruce? I think I broke my back. I'll go tell Bane. I'm okay. No, still too much water. Good God, that's a lot. That's a lot of string. And that reminds me of Sky Commander rope, too. Now, I did say something. Turn crank to draw Batman figure back into combat. Crank can be pulled out to lock cord at desired length. That is a very Sky Commander's vehicle things. I have some of those. I don't know if I don't think I've reviewed those on the channel, but I should. So we wind it up. Do it here, and then we take this knob and pull this knob out. At least we should be able to. There we go. Okay. Now it locks it. There we go. So now Batman won't smash his head into the ground because he misjudged the cord distance. Because all the cord, man, as long as it's not a lot, it all gets clipped up under there. So it doesn't get in the way. All right, we're going to try this again. I gotta get a good grip on it. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It worked. Ah, it worked that time. You liar. I'm out of here. All right, so the Sky Drop Airship. How is it? Do we like it? Is it cool? I think it's a neat vehicle. I'm going to go through the pros and cons real quick once I get Laser Batman's hands out of this thing. And then I will push the locking button. See, it locks out like this, and you can push it back. And then now you can freely crank up the rest of it. And we can just take that and put it back in here. Which you can't see because I'm out of camera view. And then going to lock it back in. Boom. And now the Sky Drop Airship can chill out over here while Batman gets his cape. Oh, I think the clip is going on this one, which makes sense. It's been clipped to his neck for decades. I'm not even exaggerating. It has been decades. So, okay, final thoughts on the Sky Drop Airship. Well, Laser Batman, I think he's cool. Not a bad Batman. I like his look. I mean, Batman always wore blue and gray, dark blue and gray, black and black, black and gray. So it's silver. It's not that dark. It's not that far off. It makes more sense in the neon yellow Batman from Deep Dive Batman. But the Sky Drop Airship. So again, you're not bad. Minor complaint is that the clip doesn't fit on his back too well, but we were able to make it work to a degree. So I'll give him a pass. Mostly considering he's probably going to be hanging out inside a vehicle more than actually using his backpack to blow people up. Did I do this wrong? Chris, you're ruining the review. Too late. It's already ruined. Already missed it. You know who ruined it? Laser Batman ruined it with his bad clip. There you go. Okay, so that's done. So Laser Batman's done. The Sky Drop Airship. Did it meet my expectations? Did it answer the questions from decades of looking at them in the Counter Action Toy Guide? Yes and no. I think it's a cool flying vehicle for Batman. A good vehicle that's not as big as like the Bat plane, or even the Batjet that was from. So the Batjet, I just consider that's just the Sprint Hawk from Silverhawks with a different paint job. I really don't count that. This is like a better replacement for it because it's its own vehicle designed just for Batman. The purple and the gold and the black is really, chef's kiss, really nice color combination. My only real, bummer kind of thought process from it is that he can't actually look out this window. I was kind of hoping that he'd be able to look out the window, but they put such a focus on the dropping part of the Sky Drop Airship. They didn't really put a lot of focus on it being a vehicle. I mean, but it's also like you're a kid flying this around. It's going to be fun to just fly this around, hit that button, and drop that thing on somebody. That's a fun toy. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely, I think my closing argument or closing thoughts on the Sky Drop Airship, if you can acquire one and not pay a lot of money, I think I paid about, I got on an auction with it. I think I got it for $36. I managed to get the last bid in, and then plus tax and shipping, it might have been like 40 something. So say like $45, $50, mint in box, not a bad price. It's a good vehicle. And again, like in the Batman Returns line, you're really not getting. The Batmobile wasn't designed to sit two people. If you want a two-seater Batmobile, get one of the new McFarlane Batmobiles or get one of the Superpowers ones. But you're not going to get a black Batmobile that's going to sit him and Robin. But since Robin has his own vehicle, the Jetfoil, you don't even need that. So it actually really works out well that you can have two flying vehicles. So you can have Robin on the Jetfoil, and then you can have Batman in the Sky Drop Airship. Maybe the Sky Drop Airship is remote controlled, so Batman can descend down, jump on the back of the Jetfoil, and go somewhere with Robin while this thing flies around and shoots at bad guys. Your imagination will make this fun or not. But as a standalone toy, it's not bad at all. It has good play features. It has the laser cannon in the front, so you can imagine shooting people with laser beams. Doesn't make sense, but it's a toy, so it's fun about it. It has the detachable bombs/missiles that fall off, which you can drop on people, or have them detach and imaginarily have them get shot at people. And then, like I said, the colors are really cool. And again, after years of just seeing this, it's really neat to finally be able to see this and see what the heck this thing actually looked like. And I'm really happy about that. So I'm really happy with my purchase. Honestly, out of the two of them, I think Laser Batman let me down more, and mostly just because of the clip on the backpack. I can forego the part about the rocket launcher, the radar dish. I can pretend to shoot the lasers if I want. I don't have to shoot the rocket missile off. But the fact that clip doesn't really clip onto his waist very, that's a huge minus 5 points to his review to me. That really kind of bummed me out that it didn't actually clip on his waist. I was like, what? And it's crazier because some of the other Batman figures from the previous line, Dark Knight collection, they use weapons. Some of their accessories are from Silverhawks. And then I think Tech Shield Batman is from Silverhawks. It's literally Condor's bird, which I could put like Tech Shield Batman and Condor right here so you can see them. That's Condor from Silverhawks, bird/backpack. And then you even have, who was the other? Then there was another Batman who I'll put the pictures here, but that's okay. As you can see from the pictures, that's a Sky Commander's backpack, and it fits on this figure. And the Sky Commanders are like this big. They're like a Sky Commander's figure compared to these guys would be like kids. They're so small. So there was lots of things. So I'm really wondering how the clips are on other stuff. I didn't have a problem when I had I think it was in this book. Yeah, that's right, it wasn't on there. When I had Claw Climber Batman, I don't remember there being any problems clipping the claw to his back, but it was a long time ago because I went on eBay and I bought it for maybe $20 shipped, something like that. It wasn't very expensive back in the day, like the early 2000s, before the price of these went up. Because it was only 10 years, not even 10 years after the line came out, so they weren't going for a lot of money. But like I said, it's just one of those things that it's cool to get the stuff in hand, and if the clip didn't work well on Skyclaw, on Claw Climber Batman, it could just be because, I don't know, maybe the different sculpt of the waist, because he is a little bit more bumpy. He's not like a regular Batman, so I don't think I'm going to... Before we turn off the video, let's try something. We're going to try putting Laser Batman's gadget on this Batman. Oh, ho, ho. Look at that. It clips on right away. It's not wiggling out of the way. It's holding on pretty snug, like I'm holding him with it. Ah, okay. So therein lies the problem. So the cool sculpted texture of Laser Batman, it's those bumps and ridges along his waist and his sides of his abdomen that's making it hard for the clip to grab. So when you're putting the clip on Laser Batman, you might have to go down by his shorts. But if you're using a regular Batman like that, apparently it doesn't have a problem at all. That's actually very good to know. It clipped right on there, no problem. It didn't give me any trouble at all, and it's going through the cape too. So, okay, good to know. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me on my unboxing today. Make sure to like and subscribe again. Leave a comment down below. I like reading the comments and interacting with you guys. We're going to be doing more and more cool stuff. I know the Penguin and the Penguin Commandos are coming up next. Stay tuned for that. And until then, They're Batman.